little Ruffy McRufflet. So, it's actually a fairly good one. I do need a second one of these as a shiny. I did get one during, I want to say Go Fest. I think it was Go Fest. I'm pretty sure it was Go Fest. So yeah, we're on our hunt for our second one so we can do a little evolution. Yeah. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? Need to pause that so I can just look at the chat. New pick the other one of the roof was. Wait, did it actually? Hey, someone actually chucked a. I think someone else was sitting in the car doing the spotlight hour. Yeah, it's also double catch Stardust tonight as well. So if you guys are hunting some Stardust, get in there. Yeah. So wait, did the actually that stream put a a picture of the ceiling? For some reason, when I created the stream earlier, it sort of stuffed up. For some reason, I couldn't put a thumbnail or put the game down for some reason, so I had to like abandon that stream and start a new one. So yeah, I'm guessing that was what was happening. Yes, I know. I just said that it was an XL, not an XL grind. Stardust, but yeah, we can get some XLs as well. We can do that, I suppose. So how are y'all doing? I'm a bit tired. I didn't sleep last night for some strange reason. I was really tired when I went to bed, and then as soon as I jumped into bed, I laid there like an hour and a half and didn't sleep, did I? So I ended up getting back up and playing Cyberpunk until midday, and then decided to have a snooze. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, I'm a little bit out of it today, sort of thing. Feeling a little bit flat. I've got a bit of a headache as well, which isn't fun. And it's drizzling rain. It's been basically just drizzling rain all day, so I'm going to be walking around in the rain, which is also going to be fun. Strange. Yeah, like literally, I was sitting there watching some stuff on YouTube, and I was pretty much falling asleep. Like I was like on the nod. My head was just like, you guys can't see me, but I'm like enacting, a nod type of action. And yeah, it's just like, okay, well, I'm really tired. It's time to go to bed. And I jumped into bed and just didn't go to sleep. So that was frustrating. Very frustrating. Welcome to the stream, Jimmy. Well, thank you for welcoming me to my own stream. Mega Evolve. Stop telling me what to do. It's alright. I'll do that in just a second. Just finish cleaning up this. What can we... Mega Evolve flying normal type. Altaria? Pidgeot? What else? What else is there that we can... turn your lights off, dude. Like, stop shining your lights on me. I have a headache. I don't want to. Hey, Negan. Hey, alright, well, I suppose I best chuck a hood on. And then I can be in the hood. I'm going to have to put both my hoods on because I got a hoodie and a jacket on. So, we chuck both of these. Ow, my neck. Ow, that really hurt. Ow. Oh, my shoulders are really sore as well, which isn't great. Hello. How are y'all doing? Boy. Jimmy loves to party when it hits 4th of July. That's an American holiday. We don't really celebrate it here in Australia. Alright. What are we going to Mega Evolve? Let's just do Pidgeot. It'll do. There we go. Yes. Oops. Mega Evolve. Make sure I've got my keys so I don't lock myself out of the car. Alright, let's get this shiny evolution. Shiny evolution. It's not a shiny evolution. It's a shiny hunt. There's a difference. douche so I can see. So unfortunately my screen's going to get... It's actually not drizzling too badly down here. It was drizzling worse at home. Shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. We'll just be able to go for the next hour. But yeah, my screen's probably going to get a little bit wet. Good thing is it's not freezing cold. It's actually not too bad. So I can deal. I've been out in worse weather catching Pokemon. I'm just going to have to keep an eye out for puddles. Because we made that mistake last week and I stepped straight into a puddle during Spotlight Hour, so let's try and avoid that tonight, shall we? Your real name is Jimmy Smiggles. When did you get that legally changed? Or has it always been Jimmy Smiggles and I've just stolen your name? I appropriated your name for the streams. And if so, I apologize. You missed that. It wasn't too bad. Like, I didn't get wet foot, luckily. But only 2 minutes before, I'm like, oops, I almost stepped in a puddle. And then kept walking, and then I'm just like, straight into a puddle. Buy one of those umbrella hats. I've been thinking about that, but then it's just like I look like a goose, and two, if I'm wearing hoods like this, it doesn't really fit. Is that not the bad? You're secretly an AI taking over my identity. It wouldn't surprise me. With the way the world's going at the moment. Like I said, I've been replaying Cyberpunk lately. And so it's very fitting that AI is trying to appropriate me, because that's basically like that whole game. It's pretty much the theme of the game. Puddle piddle. No, it was just a puddle of water. At least I hope so. Oh my god. Learn how to throw. It's like the screen. I'm just going to blame it on the screen's wet. It's not my ineptitude at throwing the ball. It's just, you know, the screen. It's all the screen, guys. The screen again. Oh, I should have brought water with me. I think that's contributing to the fact that I've got a bit of a headache sort of thing, because I haven't really drank any water today. Yeah, we feel you, bro. Oh my god, dude, seriously. Stop. Alright, I'm gonna go home, guys, apparently. No, I was napping. Like I said, I woke up at like 3:30ish, and I'm like, I looked at the time. I'm like, okay, it's not quite ready to get ready for the stream. That's okay. I can go back to sleep for a little bit before I get ready for the stream. And then I woke up at 5:05, and I looked at my clock, and I'm like, oh, I just get up and actually start doing something to get ready for the stream. It's like I knew that I should have set an alarm earlier. It's like I said it to myself. I'm like, maybe I should set an alarm just in case I don't wake up in time. But I woke up like just at the perfect time. So everything worked out well. So what are we feeling? We reckon we're going to get the shiny tonight, guys? We got the shiny in the first 5 minutes last week. So unfortunately, we're not having that same luck so far. But what do you reckon? We think we're getting a shiny tonight, or what? I would like to say yes. But Spotlight Hours have been a bit hit and miss lately. The last one like, I got the Doduo last week, obviously, but the last one that I got before that was the Krabby during the beach week one. So there was a few weeks in between getting a shiny. And also, it's going to be slowing me down a bit tonight because I'm actually catching for the Stardust and XLs, so I'm not going to be clicking on as many. Realistically, odds are good. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. You guys are supposed to be rooting for me, not giving me the realistic odds of the game. What is this? Real life? It's like everything's stacked up against me. I don't need to be told that. Hey Buzz, how you doing, man? It's finally here. Or it's not August, it's July. You're jumping the gun a bit there. That's okay. Here we go, the Buzz. Is that going to be your quote? You're going to put it on a t-shirt? How you doing? Good? How you doing? Good. How you doing? Good to see you is what I meant to say. Is that a mosquito buzzing around in front of me? If so, remove yourself from my direct area, please. It's not the type of weather for mosquitoes. What are you doing? You wonder if Pokemon Go will shut down servers in the future, and if how long does the game have? The servers will definitely get shut down at some point. I mean, it's inevitable for an online game that it'll shut down at some point. Pokemon Go is Niantic's biggest game. I mean, as you guys are probably, like, the reason why you're saying this is because they posted news over the last couple of days that they're shutting down a couple of their games and laying off a bunch of staff. We all knew that this... Hey, my thing is still in the gym. We got this last week. We all knew that this was sort of going to happen for the fact that they've been stretching themselves way too thin. Trying to do too many games instead of just concentrating on their main ones, which is Pokemon Go. So that's unfortunate to these people that have lost their jobs, but Niantic are a terrible company and they're not really good at running a company. So, as we've been shown time and time and time again. So unfortunately, yeah, stuff like this was bound to happen. Yeah. As in for how much time it's got left. Thankfully, it does have the PvP side of it, and it's in part of the Pokemon worlds and all that sort of stuff now, so that'll probably keep it going longer than it probably would have without it. But we're probably in its twilight years sort of thing. It probably... Oops, that was the screen, guys. Just wait till that passes. Yeah. We've probably seen the majority of the years that the game will be active. I don't think it'll be active for another 7 years. There's probably a couple of years left, but I can't give you an exact time. But we've all seen the die-off of the game since the remote raid pass nerf and other things like COVID. Had a lot of people dropping off as well. So, you know, it's been steadily on the decline for the last couple of years. The game's just not as appealing as it used to be. There's not as many people playing. It's a bit stale. You know, raid bosses are sort of the same over and over. There's not a lot of new content that's being added to the game. So, like I said, it'll slowly decline as we go forward. Hey, Underground, how you doing? You only have 2 then. The Ivy are pretty bad. Oh, sorry, the IVs are pretty bad. Hopefully you get some good ones later. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Pokemon Go is just not a game. It's a project you can write down. It will not get us shut down. It'll get shut down eventually. Like I said, everything ends up getting shut down, like online wise and stuff like that, just because, you know, people stop playing it and it costs them money to keep servers up and running because of maintenance and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there'll come a point where it will get shut down, but like I said, I don't know when that'll be. I can't give you an exact date sort of thing. I am not a clairvoyant. I can't see into the future. Hey Becky, how you doing, dude? Welcome. How was your day been? I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm surprised that the game is actually still going. It's been going this long. I mean, we're 7 years in, and you know, it's not as big as it used to be, but there's still a decent player base for it. You reckon it'll get shut down around 2030 or less? What's that? Still 7 years away? Probably get shut down before then, I would assume. Like I said, I don't think it's got another 7 years in it. Just quietly. It'll get shut down after Jimmy has kids. Jimmy's got to have a girlfriend before Jimmy has kids, sort of thing. So there's that. One step at a time, all right? Let's not start talking about children. We've actually got to nail down that doesn't sound good. Nail down a woman. That I didn't mean it in that. I mean, you know, let's get a woman in the life, sort of thing, that's willing. Cold. Never will be shut down, Pokemon Go for life. You're gonna get that tattooed on your chest instead of Thug Life. It's Pogo Life. You reckon 2026, 10th year? I guess we'll see. Let's start taking bets, guys. What do we reckon? Whoever's right gets a all expense paid trip to McDonald's. Just your local McDonald's. I'll pay for your Big Mac. And your bus ticket, or the train ticket, or the petrol that it takes you to get to you. Like I said, all expenses paid. Not really. You could adopt. Yeah, but I don't think a middle-aged single male is really going to have much success adopting, sort of thing. They sort of want like happy home couple, you know, all that sort of stuff. Don't necessarily have to be a straight couple, like male female sort of thing, but they at least like people to be in a you know, a relationship and all that sort of stuff. Unless you're a celebrity like Madonna or something like that, then you can just abduct people's children and nobody blinks an eyelid. Just travel to some third world country and just start buying children off people. That sounds really bad. Don't quote me on that one. That sounds like something very nefarious that should never be spoken of again. So let's just forget I said that. Welcome to the stream, guys. How did everybody go? What if you can get whatever. I was just using Big Macs as an example. I mean, you can get whatever you want from McDonald's. Like I said, all expenses paid. If you like a quarter pounder, you can have a quarter pounder. If you want a chicken burger, you can have a chicken burger. If you want a McFillet burger, then I think you're the weirdest person. Like, who actually eats McFillet burgers? Like, seriously. Go to McDonald's and buy a bloody fish burger. Lawrence fish burger. Hey, Jibnox, how you doing, dude? How am I doing? You can't be here very long. Have to hand in your books at school. No worries, dude. I'm doing okay, I suppose. We went over it before. Just a bit flat today because I didn't really sleep last night. But other than that, we're doing good. We're here. We're streaming. We're doing all that stuff. You go by bike to Marcus. Okay, well, like I said, I'll still pay for your meal. I mean, if you're traveling there by freight, I mean, that just saves me some expenses, so that's all good. But we'll still pay for your meal. Don't adopt game of it. Yes. Somehow I think if I adopted children, I would soon be raided by the FBI. Because, you know, they don't like that type of thing. Have a baby. I tend to have them, like, you know, pretty much every day. Don't really think you can do much with that, though. It's like Mr. Hanky. What's wrong, car? Clip it, clip it, clip it. Put it on the internet forever. Ruin Jimmy's career. Thanks, guys. I knew you always believed in me. How do you win? Guessing the correct date of when Pokemon Go will get shut down. Terms and conditions applied. You have to read the fine print. Jimmy will not be held responsible for any damages or bodily harm that may come as a result of you guessing. Can you order $100 worth of... You can, but are you going to eat $100 worth of fries? I mean, that's a lot of fries. That's a lot of nuts. School, what school? That learny place, you know, the place with the teachers and the kids and the books and the firearms if you're in America. Sorry, that was a low blow. Sorry, Americans, but, you know, it's sort of a thing these days, so... Jimmy got exposed in 140. At least it's 144p, so nobody can actually see that it's me. I mean, nobody can really see that it's me anyway, because it's a black screen, but, you know, 144p, I think I'll be okay. So if you hit a kid by bike, you will pay the fine. No, like I said, there's terms and conditions applied. Any bodily harm... You have to read the fine print. You will get a fried stomachache. I mean, there's only so many fries that you can eat from McDonald's until they go cold, and they just... Ugh. Cold McDonald's fries is like the most horrible thing ever. When they're super hot, they're awesome, but then when they go cold, they're like the worst thing ever. Snickers. Alright, I'm out. You have things you need to do. Good luck with the rest of the hunt. No worries, Tef. Thank you for dropping in and laughing at me. Much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Might get in for Heatran raids tomorrow. All good. Well, hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. So we're already like 25 minutes in, and I haven't really made any distance on the trail so far because of all these catches. I feel like maybe we'll spend the first half an hour catching, and then the second half an hour like just clicking to see if we can get the shiny. Because like I said, this is a shiny that I would like to get another one of. 10 Happy Meals. 10! You can get 10 Happy Meals if you really want, but same argument as before. You're really going to eat 10 cheeseburgers? And 10 fries and 10 Cokes? Wait, do they do the other Happy Meals where you live? Because here in Australia, we've got like healthy Happy Meals these days, where they give you like a nice drink and healthier stuff rather than, you know, cheeseburger and fries and stuff. You got a shiny Heatran somehow? Probably from doing raids, I would assume. Just somehow I woke up and just looked at my storage and there was a shiny Heatran there. I don't know what happened. Oh, nice. Congratulations. I do have one myself as well. But it's good to see you getting the shiny. Hopefully we'll have some shiny luck tomorrow with the Horizon. Yeah, get out of my face. Yeah. $10 Big Macs and 100 fries. This is getting a bit pricey, guys. Come on. Okay, somewhere in the terms and conditions, it needs to say maximum of $50 spent. I need to get my lawyer in on this so we can write up like a proper terms and condition. You're looking the Happy Meal ingredients up right now. Jimmy spitting facts day. Don't I do that like every week though? I mean, don't I have some sort of nugget of truth within all my streams? I'm like Edward Snowden of the Pokemon world. Julian Assange. Jimmy Assange. PokeLeaks. That's a good name for a channel, actually. PokeLeaks. Just have it all about, you know, Pokemon facts and stuff. For some reason, the Heat ran really hard for you to catch, but you got one. Nice. Well, just remember that shinies are 100% catch rate. So as long as you get a shiny in the raids, like as long as you hit it with a ball, you'll catch it. You don't need to throw a decent throw or give it a berry or anything like that. You will catch it. But like I said, congratulations on your shiny. $15, that's 4 Happy Meals and an ice cream. Well, surely that's going to suffice. I mean, do you really need more than 4 Happy Meals at once? I mean, when they've got the Pokemon card and that in the Happy Meals, and I go to McDonald's to buy that, I usually get like 2. So I'll get like 2 Happy Meals and then just sit there. Smash 2 Happy Meals. Ah! Why? Why have you forsook me? Are you not my friend? Checking these gyms to see if I can check stuff in them. Nope. Jimmy Lee's. Occasionally. Getting older. Bound to happen. You now have 2 Rufflets with bad IVs, but this 4th of July today, so yeah, you should have time to do Spotlight Hour. Nice. Well, happy 4th of July to you. For the Americans, sort of thing, because, you know, it's one of your holidays here in Australia. Like, I've had people before asking me why we don't celebrate 4th of July here in Australia, and it's just like, because where do I start on that one? That's not Australia's Day of Independence. You might get a Whopper for tea tonight. A good old Whopper. I had one of them a few weeks ago. I was on my way home from the city. And I was like, I can go home and have soup or something like that. Or I can go to Hungry Jack's and get a Whopper. So I did. And then I went home and watched Avatar while eating a Whopper. Wait, it's America's celebration of their independence from the British. It's their Independence Day. You know, that movie with Will Smith and the aliens? So I'm assuming that every 4th of July, America gets attacked by aliens and Will Smith's just like, welcome to Earth! Will Smith is just running around just slapping aliens. So apparently Chris Rock is an alien. Hey Diana, how you doing? Welcome in. British ruled yeah, it's called colonialism.
A lot of European nations had a good go at that. You got Britain, you got Spain, you got Portugal, you got Germany. Well, not so much Germany, but the Dutch. So that it's more like just that whole region. But yeah, anyway, colonialism was a pretty bad thing, because they like persecute all the native peoples. I've been busy this morning having housework and school visiting. Wait, the school is visiting you? Germany. Yeah, Germany's had a few dark parts in history. It's okay. They've learned from their mistakes, hopefully. Germany's pretty cool these days. They got nice cars. So that's one thing. And beer. It's alright. People change. Countries change. Things happen. We move on. We unite. We become better as a global community because of, we learn from our mistakes and stuff. In the Netherlands, we have McFish burger and chicken nuggets with cherry tomatoes or apples, fries, cola light, spa. Wait, you guys got a spa? Are you talking about like sparkling water? Or a smoothie and a toy or book. Yeah, so basically the same thing here in Australia. We have the healthy alternatives for the Happy Meals, which is like even though apple juice is filled with sugar and stuff, but it's still better than the Coke. But yeah, you can get like healthier versions of the Happy Meals, so it's not just cheeseburger and chips and Coke. Yeah, person trying to help. Oh, okay. I thought it was just like a whole school was like doing a field trip to your house. You're just going to show them all your bugs. Wait, they've got wheels on schools? Yeah, they're called school buses. It's in the name. It's just a bus on wheels. School bus. Why are you being so difficult? Stay in the bar. Alright, let's just do some checking for a while, because we're already halfway through. Like I said, I would like to get this shiny if possible. But as Tef said, the odds are sort of stacked up against me. Thanks. If I don't get the shiny, I'm going to blame it on you. It'll be all your fault, because you stack the odds against me. We Dutchies don't like the Germans back then. But now it's offensive. We're kind of forced to like the Germans. We had to learn the language for 2 whole years. But isn't Dutch and German technically the same language? Like, there is some differences, but they're fairly similar. It's like an Australian talking to someone from New Zealand. It's like, technically we both speak English, but New Zealanders are like fish and chops. Hey bro, what's going on? And here in Australia we're like, what's going on, Carba? Welcome. Fiddly dee potato. No, wait, that's Irish. The girl with the blue beanie, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey, 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 how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, I'm Brenton. How you doing, dude? Good to see you both. Welcome into tonight's stream. We're having a rough time looking for some lets. Good thing is the rain has sort of held off quite nicely for the night. It's, like I said, drizzling, but not really enough to even wet the screen, so we lucked out. Dude, I can't read Dutch, please. I can't speak it, I can't read it. To me, it's just looks like you've puddle. I sort of missed it. To me, it just looks like you mashed the keyboard. Razerafat. Zlinda in Smutterling. Did I do good? Did I read that well? I have no idea what I said. No, I could actually know German, because I do have German heritage. But yeah, I don't. Because my grandfather's parents were from Germany. They fled sort of when those people that like to persecute a lot of people were sort of coming into power, because they didn't really want to have anything to do with them, so they fled Germany before the start of World War II, sort of like in between World War I and World War II. Yeah, and came to Australia, and because they didn't really want to be associated with that stuff, they stopped speaking German when they came here, and they started speaking English. So my mum and that didn't end up learning German, so I was never taught German. But yeah, my German heritage is only from, 2 generations ago, so it wasn't that long ago. Guten Abend. Hello. Hello, my name is Gunther. Sorry, that actually came from back in the day. My mate, he rang somebody, and it was like the wrong number, and he ended up getting the answering machine to some German dude or some Dutch person, something like that. And his answering machine was like, "Hello, I am Gunther. Please leave a message." Okay, for the simple fact that I don't know what you're typing, I'm not going to read it, just in case I'm saying offensive things. At least rolled off the tongue like it. You think I said smothering, right? Well, like I said, I do have a bit of that heritage. Unta sausage. Same German story here, but your grandpa fled when he was young. Yeah, I think during that time there was a lot of immigration out of Germany, just because, the people that didn't want to be associated with the Z's. Don't make me run! I'm full of chocolate! That's a classic German line right there. Does this happen with you, that you heard someone's voice and you laughed almost? Their face. Probably. Not that I can recall off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's happened at some point. I mean, let's face it, when Mike Tyson talks, it's a little bit funny, because You know, he's this big dude. He's got his face tattooed and everything. But then when he talks like this. Hey, I'm Mike Tyson. I'm gonna punch you freaking like in. Cause I'm Mike Tyson. But I mean, you're not gonna laugh in Mike Tyson's face, because like I said, when he was younger, I mean, it's probably still the same these days, but he would just get into trouble because he's a heavyweight boxer. His hands and his arms are actually, they're not declared, what's the word I'm looking for? They're basically deadly weapons sort of thing. So if he punches you, he can go, like, he got into trouble for just punching random people because, you know, he's basically carrying around a couple of cannons that he's just going to smash your face in with. Hey, Doofy, you got the shiny. Nice. Congratulations. Oh, sorry. You're saying, hey, did I get it? I thought you said you got shiny. No. We've still got 20 minutes left to try and get our shiny. I've been doing a lot of catching tonight to try and get the some XLs and stuff, some Stardust, because it's double Stardust for catching tonight, guys. So if you're interested in stocking up on some Stardust. But I think we're just going to spend the next 20 minutes just doing some clicking rather than catching, just so we can get through as many clicks as possible. I'm a bit disappointed that the spawn radius was decreased, because that was good. We were getting a lot of spawns. But yeah, Niantic decided to nerf that, and I'm going to have to start looking out for puddles. Maybe if I walk over here, away from the middle of the path. Because you'll break your laughing face. Yeah. It's just like, you can laugh, but it'll probably be the last thing that you ever do. You got a mini photo bomb from your new Camille. He's so tiny. Wait, did you catch it in Pokemon? Was it tiny? When it popped up, did it say it's tiny and it have a whole bunch of stars popping around it and stuff? Is it on Discord? Yeah, he's got his own account. He usually posts up all the time. I think his name is Chameleon69420. YouTube. Thug Life. That's his screen name. You bought it, Tiny. Do I have Instagram? Yeah, but I never use it. Posted anything on Instagram for years. But all the social links, they're in the description. So if you scroll down to the description of in the stream, there's links to the Twitter and the Instagram and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, I never use Instagram. Thug Life Chameleon. Dot. I agree. Why isn't there more dots in the world? Think of what we could do with all the dots. Oh God, it's a minefield of puddles. They're spiders. Wait, who's wait, what? Oh, they are. Okay, sorry. On my screen, because it's black on the screen, because it's in dark mode, all I can see is like the little white tails on the spider, so they just look like dots to me. I can't see the rest of the spider, which is probably a good thing. Don't you facepalm me. I can't see it properly, okay? If you could see it from my perspective. Yeah, see? You can't really see the spiders. They're just like little dots on my screen. Mind, okay? Stop making fun of me. It's not fair, it's mean. This is Boost Jimmy's ego hour, okay? You're not supposed to be making fun of me. You're supposed to be supporting me. A meme. Oh, you're the... No, if you go... She's got spiders, so... She's mean. She posts them up on the Discord server because she knows that I don't like spiders. So I suppose it is a bit of a meme at my expense. You'll clip it. Thanks, man. Thanks. Claire's tarantulas. Say hi, Jimmy. Well, I say, go away. I'll kill you with fire. Oh god, there's so many spawns, but none of them are shiny. Nope, real spiders. I mean, who keeps spiders as a pet? Like, seriously. You know, I'm even iffy on people that own cats and stuff, but I mean, spiders. Sorry, Megan. No, cats aren't that bad. Cats can be cool. They do keep the rodents and stuff away, so if you've got cats, you usually don't have mice and rats and stuff, so they at least serve a purpose. But spiders, on the other hand, what do you keep, if you keep them around, do you like not have flies around your house and stuff? You meant meme. Stop it, don't. I'm just a living meme, okay? You don't need to... You have 6 spiders now. Well, I think it's time that you got rid of them. I mean, can you love a spider? Can you like curl up on the couch with the spider and like get comfy and warm with it and stuff? No. Because it's likely to kill you and then eat your soul. Because it's a freaking spider. You don't like animals. Animals are cool though. Some animals. I mean, like, spiders don't count because they're not animals. They're insects. They're arachnids. So we can remove them from the animal kingdom because they're in the insect kingdom. You have stick insects too. You see, I can deal with them. They're okay. Like, other insects are okay. It's just spiders. Just disputers. You want forgiveness, spiders. What, are they like repenting for their sins or something? Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I ate 27 flies last week. Spiders are without them Harry Maguire is just... Wait, an imagination... Wait, do you mean Tobey Maguire? Harry Maguire? Are we talking about Spider-Man here? You have to go to school. Maybe you'll see me in half an hour, but the stream is over by then. No worries, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, okay. I thought you were talking about Tobey Maguire. I'm like, Harry Maguire? Wait, is that Tobey's dad? When was he Spider-Man? Hey, you can't forget about the other Spider-Mans as well, like Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland. You know, they're Spider-Man too, okay? I saw it in a movie, so it must be true. Movies wouldn't lie to me. Yeah, I figured that it was Tobey Maguire. But who knows? In some, you know, if we're talking about Spider-Man, there is a multiverse. They've had it in a couple of movies now. So, you know, maybe there is a Harry Maguire that's Spider-Man in some universe. Turns out Tobey Maguire had a brother. His name is Harry. Or his parents just decided to name him Harry in that universe. I have 2 leopard geckos, a baby, corn snake, chameleon, isopods, sticks, insects, spiders, millipedes. I have a lot of bugs. I have a lot of that stuff as well, but I keep them outside under a rock. So if I just go outside and lift up a rock, I'm like, hey, look, there's a spider. That's Jeff. That's Cornelius. This is Gertrude. Wait, do you name your insects? Do you have like Larry the spider? Larry the tarantula? Or Charlotte? I mean, Charlotte's a good name for a spider because, you know, they made a movie about a spider named Charlotte. And a pig, for some reason. I don't know why the pig was in Eddie Maguire. Yeah, nah. Don't think he was Spider-Man. Probably wishes he was. He's done everything else with his life except be fucking Spider-Man. And what hasn't Eddie Maguire done? He's been president of the Collingwood Football Club. He's hosted TV shows. He's been a commentator. He's been a reporter. He's done a lot of things, that man. That's why he has millions of dollars. Yeah, Eddie Maguire. That's why I didn't read the above messages. I thought you were just talking about Eddie Maguire being Spider-Man. That's it, Negan. The Esther. There's too many puddles. Oh my god, this whole area is just mushy. Smushy ground. Only the reptiles have names, the others get called gits when they don't behave. How does a spider misbehave? It's just over there doing graffiti with its 8 arms or something like that. Won't come down for dinner because it's too busy playing video games. Talk 'em back. Won't eat its broccoli. Probably not. It's a spider. I don't think spiders eat broccoli. It's like, you're not allowed to leave the table until you've finished everything on your plate. The spider's just sitting there just like... okay. You've just got a plate of broccoli and mashed potatoes and stuff in front of it. You'll eat all your dinner. You're not getting any dessert. Hey, Lost Players. How you doing? Wasn't he on Saturday Night Live as well? Who? Eddie Maguire? Isn't Saturday Night Live an American show? You mean, hey, okay. I was gonna say, it's like Saturday Night Live, isn't that the... It's like, I don't think he was on Saturday Night Live, no. Yeah, possibly he was at some point. That was a long time ago. All I can remember is Red Simons and what's his face? Daryl. And Pluckaduck. Can't forget Pluckaduck. Hey, lost. Hey, you doing? Have I got a shiny yet? No, and I've got 4 minutes left to try and get a shiny. We've just been talking some otter nonsense. Otter nonsense? It's just an otter just talking nonsense. Utter nonsense is the word I was looking for. But otters are pretty cool. While we're on the subject, there's some pretty cool videos of otters on the internets, so you should go and look at them. They're like cute little animals that live in the water and enjoy clams. Lost finally found... Well, he was lost, so, you know, he can be forgiven, unfortunately. I mean, wait, that doesn't sound right. He can be forgiven, unfortunately. No, unfortunately, you know, when you get lost, it's hard to find. Leave me alone. I haven't slept much, okay? In Aussie. Pluckaduck was OG. Do you remember the KFC ad from like a few years back where Pluckaduck was skateboarding down a giant hill? That ad made absolutely no sense at all. It's just like, why is a duck on an ad for KFC? That makes no sense. That's like getting a fish on to try and sell hamburgers at McDonald's or something. You haven't got one yet either. I do have one that I got during, I think it was GoFest, but I would like a second one just because I need to be able to do the evolution for the shiny. I do have shiny Hisuian Bravery from the raid day, but not a normal one. So we got 2 minutes left. Can we clutch this shiny? I need some more spawns, otherwise that's not going to happen. Last 3 minutes. And it doesn't help because there's water that keeps hitting stuff with like that. Happened because of the water on my screen. It keeps happening on my chat phone, like it keeps opening the stuff to manage the chat, and it's like, go away! I can't read chat. Stuff you read. That's chicken nuggets before life. Wait, what? No, it was only a few years ago. Honestly, like it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It was during the COVID stuff, if I remember. It wasn't like a decade ago. It couldn't have been that long. You gave up trying for one. There's still a minute to go. Never give up. I've caught shinies in the last minute of Spotlight Hour before, so it is possible. That'd be a cool Evo. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Like, it was one of them more recent ads. It was before the... Did somebody say KFC ads that they've got on at the moment? Oh, okay. Duck's presents, chicken nuggets before. Okay. 7 p.m. Unfortunately, we did not get the shiny. Boo! Boo, game, boo! Game over, man. Game over. Unfortunately, we did not get the shiny, but we did end up with 110 XL candies. So we started off with like 83 or something like that. So we got a few XLs. I stopped catching them after a while just to try and find the shiny, but so we could have ended up with more, but we got some, so that's all good. But unfortunately, yeah, no shiny. Rufflet. Like I said, if we scroll down, though, we do have this shiny that was caught during Go Fest. See, I was right. I did get it during Go Fest. So yeah, it would have been nice to get another shiny. Again, like I said, we do have the shiny Hisuian Bravery. Well, that's it then. Yep. No shiny for Jimmy. And again, sorry guys, if it's not in English, I can't read it. So I'm sorry, I can't read your name or the message that you've posted. But how are you? Welcome into the, if you're still here. How are you today? Gosh darn it. You can trade it. I got no one to trade with though, so I could trade it, but no one around here actually comes out and plays the game, so I'm not holding on to them until I find somebody that... I don't have the storage space for that. It's a huge potato. It's huge, brown and lumpy. It's 85 meters tall. Wait, that's a big Bidoof. 0.85 meters tall. Could you imagine an 85 meter tall Bidoof? I think we'd all be doomed. Hey, there we go. We actually got 100 XL Pokemon. Nice. Like a picnic. Hey, picnics are good, alright? Picnics are like my favorite chocolate bar. But they are big, brown and lumpy. Nah, picnics are awesome. Give me a picnic over a Mars bar or a Snickers bar any day. What's everybody's favorite chocolate bar? I do like Chomps as well. Chomps are pretty cool. They're just expensive these days. Back when I was a kid, used to be able to go to the shop and get like a full length Chomp for like 40 cents. You know, like one of the big ones. These days, you go to the supermarket and you get like 10 mini ones for like $5. And it's like, bruh. And it's the same price as the picnics and the Snickers and all that sort of stuff, yet you get 12 in those ones. So they're smaller then, but they're more expensive for some reason. And it's just like, why? I do like Snickers are good as well, but nah, picnics are so much better. I find Mars bars too rich. Like, they're alright, but in moderation sort of thing. It's cool as well. Yeah, wait, do they make picnic ice creams? I can't actually remember. Or is it just the Mars bars and the Snickers ice creams? That Polywaffle looked good in Caddyshack. I'm almost back at the car. That's good. We haven't gotten too wet. Okay, maybe I have. It's just my hood is actually fairly soaking. Probably a good thing that I've got two hoods because it, I don't know, it hasn't. Water doesn't really soak into it too well. just the Mars and Snickers at the moment. Well, they should make a picnic ice cream. I think that'd be awesome. So what's everybody's plans for the evening? Me? I'm gonna go home, have some dinner, and probably sleep. If I can actually sleep. Because I need to make up for the sleep I didn't get last night. I'll probably play Cyberpunk for a while as well, until I get sleepy. Watch some tubes or something. Going for playing the Spotlight Hour in the evening. Well, yeah, you can't play it at any other time of the day. Nah, nice. Hopefully you get the shiny, dude. Make up for the shiny that I didn't get. And hopefully it's not a million degrees for you as well. For a second then I thought it said have Macca's pizza. I'm like, wait, when did they start making pizza? Wouldn't surprise me. It's a Mech Capricciosa. Mech Hawaiian. Have McCain's pizza. And then watch some Herbie then, because I think the stream dropped out. But I asked, have you watched the new Black Mirror season yet? I watched that the other day. There's still a few episodes to come out for it, but like the first 5 are out. Yeah, to Porto today. Always been urgent day. We've got a Porto here that they opened up a while back. I've had it once and was like, ugh, yeah. I think like it's not so much a Porto in general, but I think just that store, they're not really good because it wasn't good. Because it's one of those franchise stores that really depends on who's running it, whether or not the food's actually good or not. And I think we got bad people running it because it's not good. I don't think they do a lot of business, to be honest, sort of thing. Because I think everybody was happy when it opened up in town because everyone's like, oh cool, a new fast food place. And then every time you go there, there's like nobody in the actual store. Plus Hungry Jack's is like right next door, so I think most people just go to Hungry Jack's now. My shoes are all muddy. My pants are all muddy too. Great. Okay. I guess they'll be going in the wash when I get home. Hello. How are we all doing? You can actually see me, sort of. It's wet. Light stayed on. That's good. I thought it was going to turn off on me. You've watched them so far. What did you think? Like, did you think they were good? Because there's been a lot of mixed reviews when it comes to them. Some people have not liked them because they think they're too different from the original ones. I think they're all pretty good. I think the werewolf one, what was it? Maisie Day. That one was probably the weakest one out of them. It was still good, but I don't know. In comparison to the rest of them, I think the rest of them were a lot better. The first one, Joni's awful. Yeah, that one was funny. I did like that one. I think Loch Henry and Beyond the Sea, probably my favorite ones. Beyond the Sea was very dark. The astronaut one. Loch Henry was pretty dark as well, the Scottish one. And I liked Demon 79 as well. That one was funny. The last one. The chick that was talking to the demon. A Guzman and Guzman. We've got one of them in Melton as well. That's opened up fairly recently. There's like a Nene Chicken and a Guzman and Guzman that's opened up. I haven't been to them yet, but supposedly they're pretty good. I'm pretty sure there's a Carl's Jr. in Melton now as well.
So they're like a 15-20 minute drive for me. So it's just like, I don't really feel like driving that far just to get fast food. It's just like, if I'm there and I'm hungry, I might try them at some point. But yeah, I'm not going to really go out of my way to. It was a good spin-off. You like when they make it really, realistic enough where it could happen in real life. Yeah, I think that's always been the sort of the theme of Black Mirror, though. They've always been sort of like a play on technology and how it can be used in the wrong way, or how it's sort of warping society and all that sort of stuff. Or it's been sort of a play on human nature and that sort of thing. So yeah, they've been pretty good so far. I think the weakest series was series 5, though. It only had like 3 episodes. Either season 4 or season 5. I really can't. I got to go back and watch them. I haven't watched the other ones for ages because it's been so long since they actually did the last series. It's been a couple of years now. So yeah, fingers crossed that the rest of the episodes for this series will be good. I'm pretty sure they come out mid to late July, if I remember correctly. So there's only a couple of weeks, and the next couple of episodes should be out. I don't know if they're doing another 5, or if it's only going to be like 1 or 2, or I think it's be more than 1, because it wouldn't make sense them holding off on 1 episode for a few weeks, sort of thing. So yeah, hopefully there's another couple episodes. No, Diana, no shiny for me tonight, unfortunately. We do have this shiny already that I got from GoFest, but yeah, would have liked another one, but that's okay. We'll get another chance at it. It'll be featured during its tour and GoFest and all that sort of stuff again, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just have to wait, but we'll get another one. It's all good. Yeah, I know which episode you're talking about. And if you had a low rating, you'd get barred, sort of thing, so nobody could actually see you, and so you couldn't talk to anybody. You'd basically be shunned by society. That was a good episode. There's a lot of good episodes. Like there's the one that's probably stood out the most for me is, it's hard to talk about it on stream just because of the themes in it, but it's about the dude that gets filmed through his webcam enjoying himself, and they're trying to blackmail him to get him to do stuff, and you feel sorry for him for like the whole episode because they're like forcing him to do all this stuff, otherwise they're going to release the footage. And like, oh dude, don't stress so much, everybody does it, and it's not that big of a deal in this modern world. People forget about it in 10 minutes, and then you find out at the end of the series that he was enjoying himself over some younger people, and turns out that he's actually a creep, and you're just like, oh, sorry if nobody's actually seen it. I just sort of ruined it for you, but my bad. But it's probably the one that stood out to me the most, sort of thing, because it's just like, damn, that's dark, because you feel so bad for him for like the whole episode, because you're just like, oh dude, don't stress so much, and then you find out what, and then you're like, oh no, you go to hell and you die. You fooled me. I thought we were friends. Definitely worth watching. If you guys haven't watched Black Mirror, it's a series that you should watch. There's a lot of really dark episodes. There's some light-hearted episodes as well, like some funny stuff that you're just like, that's so stupid, but it's funny. But they've all got good themes to them for the most part. There's a couple of iffy episodes here and there, but for the most part, they're pretty good. I finished watching the Cyberpunk anime on Netflix recently as well, the Netrunners thing, Edge Runners rather. That was pretty good. That's sort of the reason why I've been playing Cyberpunk again, because I finished watching that anime and I was just like, damn, I forgot how awesome the world of Cyberpunk actually is. Should play that game again. Plus the new DLC is coming out in a few months, so should play through it, and actually, because I never actually finished the game. I got to like the last mission, And then I had to like do everything else because once you do the last mission, it sort of locks you out of doing everything else. So you have to sort of finish everything that you want to do before you go and do the last mission. And I was like, oh, and then it just never got around to going back and doing that last mission. I do that with a lot of games. I don't want to finish them because I'm like, I've enjoyed playing this too much. I don't actually want to finish playing it, so I'll just ignore finishing the actual game. So this time around, I'll actually finish it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Wait for the DLC and stuff. But yeah, it's been a good game. Again, like I said, I forgot how good the world is. And yeah, what else am I going to watch? I don't know. Any recommendations for stuff that I should watch on Netflix, guys? You got a lucky rufflet and a shiny, and Darren Marker, and the shiny. Sorry, and the shiny was a $100. Nice, dude. Ugh, my throat. Yeah, the one where the two friends went into the game and they were both dudes, but one was playing as a female character, so they sort of fell in love with each other. Yeah, that was a weird episode. It's Black Mirror though, so there's a lot of weird episodes like that. Like the very first episode of Black Mirror is really weird. The national anthem or whatever it is, and it's about the pigs. The politicians and the pigs. But yeah, is there anything else that people would suggest watching on Netflix? Because I don't have anything to watch. I do. The new Witcher series has actually just dropped. So I need to watch that. But unfortunately, Henry Cavill is going to drop out of playing Geralt because he's not happy with the way that the show's going. Because the producers are sort of veering away from the books and the video games sort of thing and doing their own divergent story. And he's not really happy about that because he's a fan of both the books and the games. So I think that's going to be a big loss to the series because he plays Geralt really well. Like he matches the character, like just physically and his appearance and all that sort of stuff. I think he plays Geralt really well. But supposedly Liam Hemsworth is going to come in and be the replacement. So it's like, you could have at least got Chris Hemsworth. I mean, come on. If you're going to get one of the Hemsworth brothers, it may as well be the good one. No, that's harsh on Liam. Liam's pretty cool. Like, he's a good actor. But he's not Chris. Henry Cavill is your favorite. Yeah, he's a good actor. You didn't get into the Witcher one? What, did you try and watch it, or? I mean, it probably helps if you've played the games and stuff like that, so you already have that attachment to the series. But yeah, it sort of started off being like the games and the books and stuff, but like I said, they're going off on a divergent path. I think in this series though, they're doing the Wild Hunt. For the trailers that I've seen though, it looked like the Wild Hunt was in it, which is basically the theme of the third game, which is the only one that I've really played. But yeah, it just depends on what they're actually doing with the series, I suppose. Queen of the South is good. You've never, yeah, see, that's probably why you're not really getting into it, because you haven't had that connection with the game. Got to know the characters pre going into the season, the series rather. Good game. That's another game that I never finished playing as well, like Wild Hunt. It's a good game. It's a long game, and I actually need to go back. I might actually do it on the channel at some point, because it's a good game. It's just, like I said, it's one of those games where you have to be really devoted to it, though, to get through the whole thing, because it's such a long game story-wise, and it's one of those adventure games, like fantasy adventure games, where there's just a lot of things that take you off the main story quest, and you can sort of go and do a whole bunch of other stuff, monster hunting and stuff, sort of like Skyrim, but in the third person. Wait, you can play Skyrim in third person. Scrap that. But yeah, it's very similar to Skyrim sort of thing, where there's a lot of things to do. I think that was the thing that I was disappointed about Cyberpunk, that the story is really short in comparison to a lot of CD Projekt Red's games. The main story is only like 10 missions long or something like that, maybe a few more. But yeah, it's just a really quick wham bam, thank you ma'am sort of game. You can do a lot of the side stuff, but it's just not the same. It's like the main story I felt needed to be so much longer for the amount of work that they put into it, building the world and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, they will definitely do more Arcane. I'm not sure when, but that was a good series. I did enjoy that. I've never been really big on League of Legends, but Arcane was good. Jinx. Jinx is a good character. But yeah, it was just a good sort of gritty. If anybody hasn't watched that, definitely worth a watch. It's a very good series. But they'll definitely do another series of that. It's probably in production now. They'll release it at some point. Usually when they're doing new series like that, though, they let people know that they're doing another series. I know that there's another series of Squid Games coming out. I think that's coming out either later this year or next year, early next year. So that'll be good. Because Squid Games, that's another series, guys. If you haven't watched Squid Games, definitely watch Squid Games. And something else that I actually learnt last night is there's going to be a new Alien movie next year. Alien Romulus, which is, I think, was originally just going to be produced as a Disney Plus exclusive movie, like Prey was, the Predator, the last Predator movie that they did. But supposedly it's going to get a theatrical release sort of thing. I was watching a video about it last night. So that's something that we can look forward to next year, like early next year or mid next year sort of thing. Like the video that I was watching was saying that production has finished on it, like filming production. So it's got to go into post-production. So it's still going to be like a year. But yeah, supposedly it's going to get a theatrical release. So fingers crossed it'll actually be good. A good addition to the Alien franchise. Fun. Archer's been around for ages. Like Archer hasn't just been a Netflix thing. That's been around for 10 plus years at this point. Yeah, I haven't watched Archer in ages. I did watch it sort of back in the day. Another one that was made by the same people that was out ages ago, like, 10 plus. If you haven't watched it, Frisky Dingo. That show was so stupid. So stupid, but it's so funny. But yeah, it's sort of made along the same lines as Archer and stuff. Such a dumb series, but definitely worth watching if you haven't watched it. Peaky Blinders is a much watch. I'm not really into that old British sort of gangster stuff, though. I mean, I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. My parents have watched it. Might watch it at some point, but yeah, I'm more into like sci-fi stuff, so this stuff doesn't really appeal to me too much. Oh, you're saying Peaky Blinders as well? Just finished it a few weeks. I mean, I'll give it a shot at some point. I say, like, it's not that I don't like the crime drama stuff. It's just that I prefer sci-fi. Alien movie that's good. Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. There's a lot of promising stuff that I've heard about it, sort of thing. Even though I only learned about it last night and watched one video, but they seem to be talking it up fairly good, sort of thing. Like the director's a good director. There's not really a lot that we know about the story so far. Just supposedly it's going to be called Alien Romulus. And yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, if it's like Prey, because I mean, I thought Prey was actually a good movie. It was probably the best Predator movie that's been released since Predator 1. Like the first Predator movie. Because Predator 2 wasn't good. Alien versus Predator I mean, the first one was okay. The second one was like the biggest load of garbage that I've ever seen. And then the other Predator movies, like The Predator and Predators and stuff like that, to me, they didn't really float me boat. They weren't really that great. So yeah, I thought Prey was good. They sort of went back to the original sort of one-on-one hunting thing, did it well. So yeah, hopefully Alien Romulus will be good as well. You're rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. I was more of a Dragon Ball Z type of dude back in the day on Cheese TV. Good old. Are you waiting for Detective Pikachu 2? Wait, have they announced a second movie? I know that they're doing a game. Like a new Detective Pikachu game. But have they announced a second Detective Pikachu movie? Oh, and then as for Final Space, yeah, I thought Final Space was good as well. It was a good, goofy series. I just hope they do another series to wrap it up, because I feel like they could get one more series out of that. Still need to watch the Saw movie from 2021 or 2, you think? Wait, the Saw movie from 2021. Which one was that? Was that Jigsaw or? That was the newer Saw movie that I think. It was Jigsaw. Honestly, the Saw movies haven't been good since the first one. Like, the first one was great because it was an indie movie created by two Aussie dudes. And then like anything in Hollywood that does well, Hollywood just get their grubby little claws into it and then just milk it for everything that's worth until you get, you know, 8 movies worth of garbage out of one franchise, and you're just like, why did they keep doing these movies? Like, they just got to the point where it's just like, this is just stupid now. I mean, Jigsaw is dead. How has he still got all these traps set up and trapping these people? And, it just got ridiculous. Once Jigsaw was dead, it's just like, these movies don't make sense anymore. And the same thing happened with Wolf Creek. The original Wolf Creek movie, awesome. Such a good movie. Number 2 just got stupid, sort of thing. Like, it's still a good movie, but in comparison to number 1, it's just like it wasn't the same thing. Instead of being a psychological horror movie, it was just a gore fest where it's just like, how many people can we get Mick Taylor to kill in this one, sort of thing, and how graphic can we make it look? And that's sort of what the Saw movies were like. I mean, the first one was great. It was a psychological horror movie that made you just go, oh, like the twist at the end is just like, dude, seriously? And then anything after that, just how many people can we kill in the most gruesome way possible, sort of thing. Been years since you've watched what Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh. I know I've heard a lot of people saying that Yu-Gi-Oh was good. I don't know. I was never into it. I think it was just the animation style for it just didn't appeal to me, because I can judge anime and like animated series and stuff like that just on the animation style. If I don't like the animation style, I feel like I won't like this series. I'm very particular about my animation styles. Beyblade Metal Fusion. Ninjago. God, that's old. You do a good Arthur impersonation. I don't know who Arthur is, but I'll just take your word for it. By order of the PF Blinders. That masterful impersonation, dude. Nailed it to a T. Hostel was good. Again, first one okay. Any subsequent subsequent ones afterwards, again, just trying to milk it, making it as gory as they possibly can. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Catch me at the bar. Buy me a drink. Any good movies that I should be watching? We've talked about series. We didn't really get too many recommendations, but is there any movies do you think I should watch? The most recent like new movie that I watched was Smile. That was all right, and it was good. Up like most horror movies, they're good until the reveal. Like once they reveal the monster at the end, you're just like, that thing looks stupid. Like I can't be scared of this anymore. Like like this was good up until they showed the monster, and then it's just like, oh, that monster's dumb. This movie's dumb. Wait, Revenge Smoke Screen. Are these movies that you're recommending? Or are you just saying words? They're making a movie of, wait, of Peaky Blinders or Freddy versus Jason. Oh my god, that is like the worst movie ever. Like I know what it is. Like it was a movie of its time because it came out in the early 2000s, and there was a lot of those types of movies that came out in the early. So it's a product of its time. I mean, they were doing a lot of the versus movies. Like they had the Alien versus Predator movies. They had Freddy versus Jason. So they were doing just a lot of comic book adaptations because these are all comic book ideas that came out in comics like ages ago. Um, so yeah, I just thought it was a really silly movie though. Just over the top stupidity. But like I said, it was a product of its time. Ah, okay. They should stop making scary movie films. What, the actual comedy scary movie films? They did that ages ago. They haven't made a scary movie in ages. But they did what? Five or six of them? Something like that. Scary Movie was a good series until the last one. They're all just parodies of the horror genres that like the reason why it didn't do well is because it's got nothing to really mock sort of thing. Because like I said, they're parodies of the horror movies that are out. And if there's no good horror movies for them to have parodies of, then you know, I think the one with Charlie Sheen in it, the Signs slash 8 Mile one, that one was funny. Um, but yeah, they haven't done scary movie really well in a while, sort of thing, just because there's nothing to like I said, there's no good movies for them to really parody. That's just the movie like industry in general. I mean, these days it's either Marvel movies that are coming out or some other garbage sort of thing. They're the only things that really come out these days. How they how are they going to parody 10 Fast and Furious movies? And that's the state of, as I was saying before, um, Hollywood has a tendency of just finding something that does well and then just running that series into the ground by making 10 different versions of it. You know, we've got what, nearly 10 Saw movies now. There's 10 Fast and Furious movies for some reason. I don't know who's actually watching those movies, but apparently someone is, for them to make 10 of them. Um, you know, they don't really make anything new these days, like good new IPs sort of thing. They just keep rinse and repeating, or they reboot old. Like there's been some good reboots. The It reboots, they were pretty good. But they're very few and far between. Like especially in the horror genre, it's hard to remake or reboot something that has the same appeal that it did in like the newer Friday the 13th movies. Like they're garbage in comparison. Like Friday the 13th has never been the greatest horror genre, and like Jason Voorhees has been a good character, and like the old movies were good for the time that they came out, but trying to do modern ones these days, they're just nah, they're not that good. Marvel, yeah, it's comic book movies are big these days because they know that they can make big budget movies, or not even, they're not even that big budget because they do everything on CGI these days. So um Yeah, they can do like mid-budget films, pay high-priced actors to come in and play these characters, and then just pump them out as quickly as possible. So you get a million Marvel movies and DC movies and just comic book movies in general, sort of thing. Seem to be the new thing everybody wants to go and watch. Oh, you mean the Scream films, not the scary movies? Yeah, I haven't watched the newest Scream movie. I did watch the last one before the newest one. It's all right. Just yeah. Again, it's because the main director, like Wes Craven, who was the one that made out Nightmare on Elm Street, like Freddy Krueger and the Scream franchise and stuff like that. Like he passed away like 10 plus years ago now. So they're just trying to milk something that was successful back in the 90s, like the 80s and 90s, and just yeah, it misses the mark because times have changed, sort of thing. But that's a perfect example of them just trying to reboot old franchises because they can't come up with new franchises themselves, or they don't want to take risks on new franchises, so they just do old stuff because they're like, this was successful in the past, so it'll be successful again, sort of thing. And then they're not. DC better than Marvel these days. Oh, I don't know about that. Supposedly, this new Flash movie was a huge flop. I haven't seen it. Not really a big fan of Flash, so probably won't go out of my way to see it. I'll wait until it's on Netflix or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. They're much of a muchness really when it comes to the movies, just because they're both the same. There's only so many superhero movies that you can do until it gets old, sort of thing. It was dog water. The way he died ruined it. All was good until the way he died. Yeah, the first one was definitely the best. We need a new hero called Jimmy Smiggles. Just have a big JS on my chest. I'm just rescuing puppies from people's couches. I don't know. What sort of superhero would I be? Man of Steel 2 or Superman versus Black Adam would have been crazy. We'll probably get them at some point. I mean, they can always do another Superman movie. Because I mean, look at all the Christopher Reeves ones that they had from back in the day. So there's always more opportunity for them to do more Superman movies. I was never a huge fan of Superman though. Like Superman was just a superhero that I didn't really have much of an appeal to me when, I was younger. I was more of a Batman person when I was a kid. Um, but yeah, Black Adam. I haven't seen the movie. I don't really know much about the character sort of thing because I wasn't really big. Like I said, DC wasn't really my thing. I was more of a Marvel kid, and Batman was sort of my selected hero from the DC universe. So yeah, never really got into any of the other stuff. Jimmy would be okay, fair enough. But James Gunn is crap, you think? Watched John Wick, the newest one, John Wick 4? No. No, I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the other three, but I haven't watched the newest one yet. Bullet Train was good. I've seen that. I thought it was funny. It was so over the top ridiculous that it was good. Like, it was one of those movies where it's just like they knew that it was just going to be an over the top movie, so they just took it to like the extreme when it comes to over the top, and they didn't take themselves too seriously. I think that's what made it a good movie, sort of thing. It was silly good, just an enjoyable sort of silly good movie, but not the type of movie that you're just like, that's gonna win an Emmy. And but without Henry, it'll not be fun. Why doesn't he want to play Superman again? I mean, he was a good Superman, so. Didn't Superman turn evil and die? Yeah, but then if you've watched Batman versus Superman, they sort of rectified that. Like, Superman was resurrected because he needed to fight Batman in that movie. Otherwise, it would have just been Batman doing stuff. Like, Batman's not fighting anybody. Batman's just yelling at Robin. So yeah, Superman was resurrected during Batman versus Superman, or Superman versus Batman, whichever the order it's in. So yeah, and he's back and he's a good dude again, because him and again, yeah, if you haven't seen it, I won't ruin it, but Superman's he's a good dude again. They ruined Star Wars, like, again, them trying to reboot old things. Like, I think it was always a plan of what's his face? George Lucas, to do the original the first three in the series, because he started with like episode 3 and then 4 and 5, which were like the original 3 movies, and I think he always planned on going back and doing the first 3 in the future. But yeah, the first 3 were flops, and then Star Wars unfortunately it's Rogue One was good. Like, Rogue One was a good movie. But everything else since has been not so good, sort of thing. And it's just because they're flogging a dead horse, sort of thing. It's just they keep introducing new characters that people don't necessarily like Ren. Like, people just don't like her for some reason. Then they've got Ben Solo, rather. Ben Kenobi. He was in the original one. Ben Solo, which, yeah, people didn't really gel with his character either. And then they tried to bring back, Luke Skywalker and Leia, and then Carrie Fisher died and they had to kill her off in the series as well. And then, they're just trying to rehash old stuff that was successful in the past. And again, like most modern films, they rely too heavily on special effects to tell the story rather than actually having a decent story to carry the movie. And that's why most movies fail these days, because they're like, if we just make it look cool and have a lot of lasers and explosions and stuff going off all over the place, people will just love this movie. But then it's got no substance to the actual movie because it's just all flash and no panaz. Taking off Evolution, no worries. Have a good evening, dude. That's why you like that over-the-top action comedy. Battery died. No, I've got it plugged into the charger. It's actually charging. It's all good. It was on 18% when I plugged it in. It's up to 19, so it's all good. But thank you for pointing it out. Punit, how you doing? Or Punit, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. How you doing? Welcome in. Film writers just aren't the same these days. Yeah. Like I said, directors and stuff like that just rely too heavily on special effects. It's not so much that the directors. I mean, the directors are just directing the movies. It does come from the screenwriters first, but the screenwriters are just putting too much emphasis on this scene set up with all the flashy special effects will set the scene, rather than them trying to actually set the scene through the writing. If we just have huge explosions in the background, we don't need to have, this actor saying too much. We could just have all this flashy stuff going on in the background. It's basically the definition of, ooh, something shiny. Being distracted by something shiny. Oh. All right, guys. Well, I think we've chatted for a while. I wouldn't say long enough because, I could continue chatting, but I've got a bit of a headache and I'm tired and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to wrap up the stream and head home and have dinner and kick back for the rest of the evening. But I will be back tomorrow evening for some Heatran raids. So if you guys are keen on getting into some Heatran raids and all of that goodness, I shall be back tomorrow evening. Same bat time, same bat channel, 6 p.m.-ish onwards, to host raids and all that good stuff. Take it easy, folks. Have a good one. You too, Brenton. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. So until then, peace out. Enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck with your spotlight hours, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, remember, hit the thumbs up button, guys.